I just got back from Seattle this morning recording this video after getting a few hours of sleep. I was there for a Creative Constructor Lab, little mini educational conference I got to share about creating content. I got a chance to check out the Space Needle, really cool place, Pike Place Market, some really fascinating shops there. I had my take of seafood, fish tacos, and then fish and chips. Awesome food. And I also got to check out the store. I would not have been able to come back home if I had not checked out this place, which is the original first Starbucks store. I'm not a coffee drinker myself, but it was so cold there, I did buy some coffee while I was there to keep warm. On my downtime, I did get a chance to go out and take some photos and video, which I have a lot to edit and get through, so it's going to take me some time. Speaking of photos, this is the last part of the photo series I've been doing here, so let's go ahead and get started. Yo, Claudio Zavala Jr. here. Thank you for stopping by once more. As I mentioned earlier, today is the last video of the 4-part series, the Mobile Photography App series. This will be part 4, obviously, the last part. And on the docket today is an app called Moment Pro Camera. It's one that I've been playing with a little bit more lately just to kind of learn to use it. So I thought I'd share with you, kind of walk you through how it looks like, and then give you my take on it. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, so let's go ahead and launch Moment Pro Camera. And what you're looking at is my messy desk, but these are my 2 models here. I have my Boba Fett here, and then the, as mentioned before, Starbucks mug. What I'm going to show you first is the photo feature in Moment Pro Camera. So first I'll start off at the top. As you can see, you can turn these grids on and off. I like turning it on using the rule of thirds grid there. You can turn your flash on automatic or off, and that one right there is a timer. I'm going to go back to on time, and this is a nice feature here, is you have the option to take a picture and have it set as a JPEG. You can also choose a TIFF, and you could also choose RAW. So this comes in handy, especially when you want to edit later in some photo editing software. There is no photo editing features built into the Moment Camera app, so you'll have to take it out and do your editing in a separate app. So I'm going to go ahead and just go back to JPEG, and then that circle there, Moment makes these lens adapters that you can put on a certain case, and you can have anamorphic, wide, telephoto, macro, and superfish type lenses that you can place in front of your phone lens and just kind of make it very some creative shots. Really cool. So I'm just going to leave it with no lens because I do not have a lens in front of this one. Towards the bottom, I'm going to kind of talk about what's at the bottom. The icon there on the left, that's your photos that you'll take. So whenever you take a picture, it'll place it in your camera roll. Tap on the camera icon at the top to get back to the camera app. The icon there to the right of it got those 3 kind of horizontal lines. These are your settings, and so you can turn these off and on. The 3D shutter, I'll explain what that is here shortly, but you can have the histogram set up. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on locations. That's kind of like some metadata in a picture. And then standard photo capture, you have high efficiency, most compatible JPEG. I'll set it up like that, as well as the video format, H.264. Anamorphic lens, you can apply some de-squeeze to the saved file. The rest is kind of some app versions and whatnot. So I'm going to kind of skip that there for now. Click done or tap done. And then you have your shutter button in the middle. So if I tap it, it takes a picture. And remember I talked about the 3D shutter. That's really cool because what you'll do is you'll tap on it a little bit and it opens up, or I should say this pops up. So you can set that and move it and then press it fully so you can adjust the focus after you kind of gently tap down and then fully press down to take the shot. And then you have your selfie option, and then the option at the far right is an icon of a camera. When you tap on that, it switches over to video. But let's stay in photo so we can continue seeing the menu options at the bottom. So here I'm gonna get a little closer. As you can see, that is a little bit out of focus, so I'm just gonna tap here to get them into focus there. And then here at the bottom, you have the option of shutter speed here. So notice shutter speed at the top, you can see it there. It's adjusting, letting more light in. The next option is ISO, so you can adjust that down. So going really low, not enough light. So you can raise it up to let more light into your shot. And then you have EV, which stands for exposure value. So you can adjust kind of the shutter speed and ISO to kind of see what it's doing to the ISO there on the left. And then you have autofocus, or you can manually adjust the focus like that right there. Notice how it's blurry now, or just tap on it and let it do it autofocus. And then you have auto white balance. If you adjust it, you can do it manually here. So you can go from 1800 Kelvin all the way up to 9800 Kelvin. You kind of place it in the middle. You can adjust that to your preference, or just tap and let it auto white balance for you. I've been fairly impressed by the capabilities in the Moment Camera app. I think this app is one that you should definitely give a try. It's available for both iOS and Android devices. The app is free to download, but in order to release some of those pro features in the app, you'll have to pay $3.99. I know it's like a price of a cup of coffee, and I think it's well worth that small investment. Just a reminder, you won't be able to edit the photos within the app. It's strictly a camera app. You'll have to do that with another software or app. If you want to learn a little bit more about Moment Pro Camera, I'll include the link in the description below. So that concludes the mobile photography app series. Hope you've enjoyed them. If you learned something new today, or you've enjoyed this video, please do click on the like buttons below. And if you haven't done so, please do subscribe on my channel by clicking on this circle. And if you missed any of the other videos, I'll add them right here so you can check them out. Thanks again for stopping by. Be looking out for new videos in the future. And again, please be good to one another. Peace out.